Okay, so I think it's time we talk about chapter 151 of One Punch Man and kind of the release situation of the chapter. But of course, before we get into the video, make sure you leave a like, because if you leave a like, this video can be, it can be spreaded to more One Punch Man fans who read the manga and are kind of confused on the release situation of the next chapter. Well, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be talking about chapter 151 and what exactly is happening, or what exactly could be happening with Murata, and why we still haven't got a chapter for One Punch Man. Now, I feel like first of all, we kind of need to talk about, like, I guess where you can get updated with Murata. I feel like it's best to get updated with Murata on Twitter. I feel like Twitter is where he updates his fans the most, or I guess just fans of One Punch Man or any other series he's doing at the moment. But I feel like that's kind of the best place you can kind of get updates for Murata. I mean, Murata doesn't always post on his Twitter, but I feel like, if there's a really big break that he's going to take, he's going to post it on his Twitter. So I'm guessing this might just be a little bit of delay because maybe maybe he has a lot of detailed art to do. Maybe that's why he hasn't released a chapter. Maybe that's why. But of course, I feel like people have also been speculating that because Mob Psycho season 3 got announced, he's kind of, people are assuming that, 1 is kind of busy at the moment. So maybe we're supposed to get a webcomic chapter before chapter 151. But maybe because 1 is too busy with, the recent announcement of season 3 for Mob Psycho, maybe that's why he's, there's a bit of a delay for One Punch Man chapter 151. Because I guess Murata can't release a chapter so he doesn't get too close to the webcomic. I feel like that's also a fact that we need to take into account. The fact that if the manga gets too close to the webcomic, that could pose as a problem to the future of the series. I mean, we kind of need to let 1 get ahead of the manga so there's actually stuff to cover for the manga, if that makes sense. It's pretty much kind of like the anime situation. I mean, the anime can't really make a season 3. Well, they can because they do have enough, source material to actually cover. But they can't really, they need to kind of limit how much they make so that it doesn't get too close to the manga. And I feel like that's kind of that's kind of the same dynamic with the webcomic and the manga. The webcomic has to get ahead of the manga, and the manga can't get too close to the webcomic. So I feel like maybe that's what's going on. But of course, I still don't think that's fully the reason. I feel like there's another reason why we haven't got chapter 151. And I mean, if you guys didn't already know, I mean, every chapter for One Punch Man is supposed to come every 2 weeks. One Punch Man isn't like every other shonen that comes out every week. It's a bit, it has, I guess, more time because it technically isn't part of Shonen Jump. So, I mean, plus the One Punch Man art is clearly more demanding than most Shonen Jump series. So I feel like that's why One Punch Man needs that extra time. And plus the overall quality is just higher than, regular Shonen Jump series. Not to, dig at any other, Shonen Jump series that you guys might like. But I just feel like One Punch Man quality wise just needs that extra time because it's just that much demanding. But if you guys didn't know, 2 weeks is, when we're supposed to get 1 chapter. And right now it's been well over 2 weeks. It's been like, I'm pretty sure it's been like 2 weeks and a bit. It's been 2 weeks and like 3 days since we've actually got a chapter. And I feel like the reason why this is either because 1 is preventing Murata from releasing the chapter, or it's either, something to do with the announcement of Mob Psycho season 3, or maybe something to do with the 5th anniversary collaboration, even though that shouldn't really, I guess, affect the One Punch Man manga schedule. But that's kind of my thoughts about what could be happening with the release situation with One Punch Man chapter 151. But if I was to, I guess, think realistically, I feel like the most likely reason we aren't getting a chapter this week, or I guess we haven't got a chapter yet, is because, it might take longer because of the art. Sometimes Murata will just come out of nowhere and release a banging chapter with some crazy art. Remember the Psychos vs Tatsumaki fight? We had to wait like 6 months just to get a chapter, and we saw that panel. And we saw that panel with Psycho slicing part of the Earth's crust, and that in itself should definitely take, at the very least, like 4 months just to draw. That chapter was insane. So we could be getting something similar here. Who knows? I mean, if we do, I would be pretty hype. But at the same time, waiting waiting 6 months is not ideal in my books. But anyway, Murata has to do what he has to do. I'm not trying to judge him. He's the author, he's the senpai. I simp for Murata, so I just whatever he does, I'm gonna be behind it. So anyway, that's pretty much it. If you found this video somewhat informative, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel, because I try my best to keep you updated with everything to do with One Punch Man. So if you appreciate that, then I would also appreciate if you did, what I just said. I'm a bit tired, so I don't really know what I'm saying. So yeah, peace.